What if I told you that missing a bus changed someone's entire life? Not in a dramatic, movie-like way, not with car crashes or near-death experiences. Just a bus. A regular morning bus. And a young man who ran as fast as he could and still didn't make it. Stay with me, because this story might sound familiar, and by the end of it, I think you'll see your own delays a little differently. Only on Islamic Stories. Subscribe, like, and share. It was an ordinary Tuesday morning. Adam, a 24-year-old guy, trying to hold his life together, woke up late again. He'd hit snooze one too many times. He rushed through his morning, barely ate anything, grabbed his bag, and bolted out the door. He could see the bus from the end of the street. He ran, arms pumping, lungs burning.
Wait! Wait!
But the doors closed, the engine growled, and the bus pulled away as if it didn't even notice him. He stood there, breathing hard, sweating in the morning cold, and then came that feeling. You know the one. That slow, sinking mix of frustration and embarrassment.
Why didn't I just wake up on time? Why does this always happen to me?
He let out a long breath, then sat down. He pulled out his phone, not to do anything productive, just to pretend he was busy, to avoid making eye contact with anyone. But then...
Adam, is that you?
He looked up, and standing right in front of him was Michael. His old college friend, someone he hadn't seen in almost 3 years. Back in university, they were inseparable. The kind of friends who'd stay up until 3 a.m., arguing about movies, talking about their dreams, making plans they were convinced would change the world. And then, life happened. Different cities, different jobs, different schedules. The friendship faded the way most friendships do, slowly, quietly, without a proper goodbye.
Michael, what are you doing here?
They shook hands, hugged, then stood there, laughing like no time had passed at all. For a few minutes, that bus stop didn't feel like a place of frustration anymore. It felt like something else entirely. And then Michael said something that changed everything.
Hey, I don't know if you're still looking, but the company I work for is hiring. There's a position opening up in our creative department. It's a really good role. Adam, I think you'd be perfect for it. You should apply.
Then Adam paused.
Me? Perfect for it? Okay, send me the details. Thanks, man.
That evening, Adam sat down and actually looked at the job posting. And the more he read, the more something stirred in his chest. This wasn't just another job. It was the kind of role he had dreamed about years ago. He almost talked himself out of applying.
What if they don't pick me? What if I'm not good enough? What if I waste their time and mine?
But he thought about Michael's face at that bus stop, the certainty in his voice. And he applied. He put everything into that application. He stayed up late, reworking his portfolio. He prepared for the interview like it mattered, because for the first time in a long time, something actually did.
Thank you. We appreciate your interest.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Excellent. We're very impressed.
I'm excited about the possibility.
3 rounds of interviews. 2 weeks of silence. And finally, 1 phone call.
Hello?
We'd love to have you join the team.
Thank you so much for letting me know. See you on Monday. Yes.
On his first day at the new job, Adam walked past the old bus stop on his commute, and he stopped for a second. He thought about that morning. The running, the burning lungs, the bus pulling away, the frustration. And he smiled. Not because things had magically worked out perfectly. Life is never that simple, but because he understood something now that he hadn't understood then. That morning, he thought he was being punished for being careless, but maybe, just maybe, he was being redirected. Not by luck, not by coincidence, by something that sees further down the road than we can. He thought,
If I had caught that bus, I would have been on my phone the whole ride, head down, eyes closed, missing everything. I never would have looked up. I never would have seen Michael. And I never would have known this was waiting for me.
so here's what I want to leave you with today. Maybe right now, you're in that bus stop moment. Maybe you missed something. A deadline, an opportunity, a relationship, a door that closed before you could get through it. Maybe you're sitting there frustrated, feeling behind, wondering why things aren't moving the way you planned. I want you to hear this. A delay is not the same as a denial. Sometimes what feels like the universe working against you is actually the universe working for you in ways you just can't see yet. The missed bus, the failed plan, the path that didn't go where you expected. These aren't punishments. Sometimes they're protection. Sometimes they're preparation. Sometimes they're the very thing that puts you exactly where you need to be. So if today you feel behind, if today you feel like you've missed something important, hold on. Look up from your phone. Be present in the waiting, because sometimes the best things in your life are standing right there at the bus stop. You just have to be there to see them. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And if you've ever had a missed bus moment that turned into something beautiful, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. See ya in the next one.